With Rocco Mediate on the practice green at Omaha Country Club. Rocco, welcome to Omaha, man.
Glad to be here.
Appreciate it. I saw you were out last Tuesday getting a little work in. What'd you think of the golf course?
A little work, I love it. Perry Maxwell's one of my favorites, and he hasn't built any bad ones that I've ever seen. But this golf course is all you want. It's going to be great. When the USGA gets their hands on something, it always gets better. I always believe that. And this is, I don't know how good, but the rough, the condition, it's going to be fantastic. I hope it doesn't rain. It'd be fantastic. I want firm, like concrete firm.
Why?
Because it brings out the best player that week, because you have to really have control. Now, if it's wet, and it's still going to bring out the best player, but firm, I think, is much more difficult.
I agree. Hard and firm is the best.
It makes the fairways narrower and the green smaller and putting harder. So I'd rather be that way than soft.
You ever been to Omaha before?
Not until last week.
Not until last week?
I think we drove through it coming home to Minneapolis last year.
That's what most people say. They drove through it one time, saw the sign and whatever.
It's really flat except for this course.
Actually, this part of the state's the only part that's got some undulations, really.
I love the motion. The movement here is... This is a tough walk, this golf course.
You know, let's talk a little bit about your game this year. Obviously, you had a big win early in the year, and you played great.
Yeah, we good.
Was it 63?
61.
Oh man, Rocco, what's going through your mind when you're shooting 61?
I didn't even know how many under I was. And I asked Martin. I said, "How are we doing?" He goes, "Just hit the drive in the fairway." I knew I was low, but you just don't. You're just into it. But yeah, I putted great the first 5 weeks of the year, and I played really good. I putted normal the last 6 or 7, and I played normal. Yeah. So it's just, I'm hitting it actually better now than I was at the beginning of the year, so it's a matter of if I make a few with this thing, who knows, I'd like to be around on Sunday late, that'd be cool.
How do you, senior tour now, a lot of people Champions Tour, my bad, yeah. I'm sorry, Rocco. Hey, but I know a lot of people were waiting for you to get here. Are you having fun? I mean, you having fun playing golf again? Because I know that you went through some times personally where you weren't having fun playing golf, and I know there's a time where you were on the brink, and I read your book, and I loved it, by the way, and I would encourage everybody to read it.
Thank you.
What, are you kidding me?
Yeah, it's Are You Kidding Me?
Yeah, it's awesome.
Call it something else, but it wouldn't. No, I never stopped loving golf. It was just hard to play with all this stuff going on, and injuries, and blah, it was awful. But I love it more. I love it as much now as I did when I was a kid. I can't wait to get up and get, get to the golf course. But these guys out here, I mean, kites that know their putt, you know, all the guys, I get to hang out with the best players that ever played. That's cool to me. And to become, you know, I'm playing with Mr. Irwin, I call him that, Nixon that. Mr. Irwin in the morning at 7 a.m. and it's great. I mean, I asked him to play a month ago and he went, yeah, let's go. So you don't get to do that. I mean, you still learn from these guys. I watched Watson, who was my idol my whole career and my whole kid when I was a kid, and I get to watch him play and all these guys. It's great. It's fantastic.
So life's good.
Yeah,
life's good on all fronts.
I can't really complain. Yeah, it's good. Got a wonderful girl, fiance, Jessica, and she's coming. She's from Minneapolis, but cool. It's good. Kids are hanging in there. Kids are hanging in there. And,
well, I read about him in the book, and I know that you were really concerned about how the kids were going to handle everything you kind of went through. And in retrospect, you look back on that. What are your thoughts?
Everything's good. You know, you go through tough times in your life, and you got to deal with it. I mean, we all have. Everybody has. I'm not the only one who's had whatever happen.
Yeah.
I've always looked at it that way. I'm like, trying to make the best of what it is. I didn't even touch that. Trying to make the best of what it is.
Yeah.
That's all you can do. You can't go back in time, unfortunately, or else it'd be easy that way. But
you know, you're going to be a fan favorite here in Omaha. They love you here. No, they do. I mean, I guarantee wherever you go, you're a fan favorite.
I love the people part of my game. The more people, the more fun you have. So I know there's going to be a lot out here this week. So I'm looking forward to seeing it. You know, it'd be great. It'd be great to be in a USGA event and the US Open, and it's going to be fantastic.
Sorry, I got to ask you a question about Pebble Beach and the playoff and everything.
You mean Torrey Pines?
Yeah, I'm sorry, Torrey Pines. Hey, as you look back and you reflect now, what's it mean to you? Or what do you think? I mean, what stands out?
I still would love.
Damn it, you didn't win it.
I still would love to have the trophy, but I gave it everything I had. I can't really go back and say, what are you gonna? You know, everybody needed to make more putts that week or whatever, or one more good drive or something, but you can always look back. But it's just a matter of wasn't supposed to happen.
You're standing there in the clubhouse. He's got that 12-foot slider. I mean, what are you thinking? Are you thinking he's making it?
Yeah, he would. Yeah, I figured he would.
Yeah, I mean,
so I mean, you can't
you don't root against anybody.
Well, no, but you don't think if it was anybody else.
Yeah,
I got the trophy. but it wasn't. So that's what you have to say. You're like,
yeah.
Well, he's got this 12, 15 footer down the hill hooking in there, and chances are he's going to make it. And he did. I wasn't shocked or like pissed. I was like, well, here we go.
Here we go.
If you'd have said I was going to be in a playoff on Thursday morning, I would have went, all right, I'll do it.
And how
with him, it was even better.
How was the next day?
It was great.
How awesome was that?
It was as good as it gets.
I mean,
it doesn't get a lot better than that. It's, you know, the whole world's watching and nowhere to hide.
And you're playing a great golf course against arguably one of the greatest players of all time.
I think he's the best. It was what you want. It's definitely what you want to have. You want to play against those guys, and playing against him, you know, something like that may never happen again. You never know.
Yeah. No, we all enjoyed watching it. I loved it. I took the day off.
Yeah, it was
Rocco,
fun.
Thanks for giving me a few minutes.
You got it.
Listen, best of luck to you this week. We're rooting for you. You're a hometown favorite, even though you haven't been to Omaha that often.
Just a few times. I love it. Can't wait.
Thanks, Rocco.